Hello, strong people. It is week 9, day 1. Today, we have log press. I think this is my last real heavy day. It's supposed to be, I know what my top set is. I have programmed warm up sets along the way, but I don't know what those are. I will here in a second once I check the program, but pretty sure my top set is one set at comp weight, 5 to 8 reps. Now, I've never done anything even close to that on this weight. I've hit it for, trying to think of the, I don't know if I've gone above 300 pounds for clean and press sets. I've pressed way more than above 300 for reps in my strict press videos, but I don't know that I've ever clean and pressed each rep for a weight above 300. Maybe 300 is what I've done. I don't remember. Doesn't really matter. Matters what we're about to do today, though. So, warm-up's done. If you can't tell, I'm very sweaty. It's pretty warm in here. Plus these sleeves keep the heat in, plus this shirt. It's hot. But I'm going to go outside where there's a little bit more fresh air, a little bit more of a breeze in between like my warm-up sets, just to try to cool down and not dehydrate too much before I get to that top set, because that always seems to screw me over on log clean and press. I wear all this stuff and I sweat so much more, and I have to keep that garage door shut. So it's just a lot hotter in here, and I feel like I almost overheat a little bit. So we got to hydrate here early on. I got a lot more carbs in today than I usually do. Hopefully it makes a difference. Let's stop putting it off and let's just go do it. I'll see you guys at some point. All right, well, log's done. I don't really know how to feel about it. Prior to like the end of June, early July this year, my PR on log was like 335. And in June, or end of June, early July, it was something like that. I hit a 375 log in here. So, to what is being asked of me and what I expect to do is to pretty much rep out, clean and press each rep 10 pounds over my PR from literally a few months ago. And I did just that. Not quite the way it was programmed, which is why I'm disappointed. I was programmed for more. I didn't get what was programmed. I went back and got it wasn't programmed this way, but I got 3 on the first set, and I was pretty upset about that. I went for the 4th because the press felt good, but when you get a little bit winded there, 345 pounds is a lot of weight on your chest and on your neck. So I went for the dip there in that 4th rep, and got a little jelly legged. So I went back after a few minutes and hit the remaining 2 reps to hit the bottom number I needed for my top set today. Something I need to remind myself all the time. I know I've talked about it with deadlifts. The way my coach programs some days is he'll program my warm-ups as well. So they're warm-ups, working sets together, I guess you want to call them. But because I wouldn't do that if I was just doing this on my own. I would have a lot less stressful warm-up and kind of save my energy for the top set, if that makes sense. Do enough to warm up and not enough to tire yourself out at all. So like if I was working up to that set by myself, I would do my regular warm-up routine, like with bands or whatever. Just some general, get some muscle, some blood in like the glutes, the upper back, and some in the shoulders just to get them loosened up. And then what I would do is the log itself, which is 150 for probably 5. Do a couple push press, couple strict. Then I'd go up 25-pound jumps, 25 on each side, 50 pounds total. So 200 pounds, and I'd probably do 3 reps there. And then I'd throw another 50 up to 250, and then do singles from there on out. So I'd hit a single at 250. Depending on how that felt, I'd either go to 275 or 300 for my next one for a single, and then I would go straight to that top set. I wouldn't mess around any more reps than that warming up. But to be able to do comp weight, the heavier of the 2 logs at nationals, for 3 reps after, what was it, 250 for 5, 275 for 3, and 300 for 1, I'll take that. I know it can be better, so that's going to bother me, but that's just how it is. Just to quantify, to kind of put this into perspective, I was pretty sure this was a fact. So the heavier of the 2 logs at nationals we're pressing this year is 345 pounds. Now, for World's Strongest Man in the heats in 2022, their log was 145 kilos, which is just about 320 pounds. And they have 75 seconds to do it. So it's pretty cool knowing that I'm pressing 25 pounds more than what they had at World's Strongest Man in the heats. Now, if I'm being honest, 320 pounds is way too light for the heats there. Even with that being said, some people still zeroed it or only got like 1 or 2 reps. But I just think that's kind of a cool way to look at it. But I want 5. I want 5 on game day. Is that possible? I don't care. That's still what I want. But let's just move it forward to the next exercise. We got some, you can see behind me, little football bar press outs, one of my like least favorite exercises. But let's get going. That's the end of week 9, day 1. I didn't show you everything as per usual just because it's not all that entertaining, all of it. But decent day. If I can stay awake with 345 pounds on my chest, I think 5 is doable. I'd be very, very happy with 5 at Nationals. I would be, I don't like saying the word satisfied. It's weird because I'm never really satisfied in what I do in here. Very rarely. But I think 3 would be an okay number. 4, I think 4 I'd be satisfied with. But I don't know. Oh, God. You guys see that? I'm at war out here with these bugs. Ridiculous. But I don't know. I don't really plan these things out, but now I really don't have much of a train of thought after that. He's right there, too. He's staring at me. I'm watching you. Anyway, press outs went pretty good, too. Did 295 for my top set of 3, I think. And then after that, did some of those rows I showed you last week. Honestly, I forgot to set up my phone to like record a set, and I was already down on the ground, so I was like, well, I don't want to get back up and set my phone up just for like one set. So I was just being lazy. Then some my other regular accessory stuff, just the general whatever. But I need to get big thing. I got a whole 10 hours of sleep Saturday night. Usually I want to stay up late just because I like to stay up late. It's just the type of person I am. But I also don't like to sleep in much anymore because I just don't want to waste my day sleeping. But I made a compromise, went to bed fairly early Saturday night, woke up at, a decent time, still got 10 hours of sleep. Felt great all day yesterday. I slept another whole almost 8 hours last night. Woke up feeling great. That's kind of a big thing that I try to prioritize these. I should do it all the time because it's extremely important for recovery. But this last month of training, I really try to emphasize how much sleep I get. Nap whenever I can, get as close to 8 hours a night as I can. It's so important. It's ridiculous. But I need to do the same thing tonight because tomorrow is it's my last big deadlift day of this prep. And we got some decent sized numbers to hit. Those were the ups of today. The downsides, I'm pretty sure I ripped my shorts at some point. And there's also a cluster of bees up there that I will be taking care of off camera because I don't want to record that because I'll probably spray them and tripping over something and getting stung 7 or 8 times, but let's not. Let's just hope not. All right, I've talked enough. I'll see you guys tomorrow.